So after probably a couple hours of having everything on this motor was disconnected. I disconnected it a few days ago when I pulled the transmission, but it still took me a couple hours to get this out. Now, I did not pull the front drive shaft or the four-wheel drive for the front, because on these 4.2s and the Trailblazers, I'm sure the Equinox are the same way, or GMC Acadia, or whatever you call them, they run through the oil pan. Believe it or not, they actually run through the oil pan. And it's pretty crazy design of how that is. So I thought that was, weird. But I cannot get that drive shaft out of that housing to remove it. So I had to cut the boot and I had to pull the drive shaft out of the housing and how to pull it out that way. In the process of doing that, I did break it right here. So this piece is no good, but no big deal. As you can tell, I took the bolts out. And I had one bolt right back here hiding, and I did not know that. So I was trying to pull it, couldn't get it out. So after a few choice words and aggravation and everything else, we finally got the engine out of the truck. I was going to give it 15 more minutes, and if I couldn't get it out, this engine was going to stay in this truck because I was not fighting with it no more. And it's crazy. And I got this side out. It was a pain in the butt to get that out because I had to lift the engine up, pull the drive shaft out, lift the engine, pull the drive shaft. I got it up so far that I had to shake the engine hoist in order to shove the engine to the right for that drive shaft to pop out. So I'm glad that popped out. Passenger side, I had to take the bolt out of the top piece. That way the spindle and all that would fall, so for the drive shaft to come out the other side. Now I did mess up a couple sensors on here for my air conditioner there. I did mess up one coil pack, but you can still plug the wire into it if you wanted to. It'll still start. Now I believe that's all I messed up on this engine trying to get it out, which I'm really surprised that that's all I did. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pull this engine over here in the back, set it up, pull the car back in, the Camaro. I'm gonna go wash up, take a shower, I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll catch you tomorrow, and we're gonna start pulling the transmission out of the other truck. All right, here's the very next day. This is the day after I pulled the engine out of the parts truck. So we're getting ready to move this one out. Had to put a battery in the other truck because I took that battery and stuck in my pickup truck because my battery is 8 years old and it's not keeping charge. So I had a still lit battery to put in mine because I can't afford another battery right now. So we took the battery out of my truck originally, stuck in that one. That's why the truck's over there running. Hopefully it'll charge up a little bit. So let's go ahead, let's get this thing out of the garage and let's get the other one pulled in. I thought I'd show you all the vehicles all together. As you can tell, I love Chevrolet. That's all I'm gonna drive. I respect other people's builds if they're Ford or Dodge or whatever, but me personally, I am a bow tie fan from the heart, and that's the way it's gonna be since I was a little kid, and that's the way it's gonna be till I die. So I just thought I'd give you a small little clip of all the trucks and cars put in line there. So let's get that one out of the garage.
out.
Alrighty, so as you can tell, we got the Trailblazer back up in the top end of the driveway, out of the way. But we did suffer some damage to my truck, and I'm pretty upset, but I really ain't. Because this bumper was mint. I got it off of a truck. I was heading to the scrapyard, and there was no rust in this truck. Ordered bumper. The truck came from out west, and I got the bumper for free. And I was pretty happy, but let me show you what happened. As you can tell, it smashed it all in here and on the other side too. You know, I guess it's adds character to the truck, because the truck's not in mint shape. You know, you can tell from the rust there. It needs a new bed, so hell with it. We don't care, but I do care. So it is what it is. So let's go ahead. Let's get these out of the middle of the street, and I'm gonna get the garage cleaned up. That way I can get to the other transmission. Alright, so I started to pull the transmission out of the 2006 Trailblazer, and while I was pulling it apart, this wire over here, I believe this is some kind of speed sensor too or whatnot. Well, there was a wire broke on this one too. So I'm thinking the way everything was looking looked like some kind of mouse or something got in here. So I went ahead, I fixed this problem with this wire. I'm gonna go back through my wiring that I tried to fix when I first found this, and try to go through this, because everything underneath this truck, the pan and all, it's all clean. The transmission fluid's been changed. So I'm gonna go ahead, like I said, fix the wiring on this. I'm gonna hook it back up, because I haven't really started to take nothing apart. The only thing I really took off was the front drive shaft, and I'm gonna fix the wiring. I'm gonna plug it back up, and the drive shaft's not gonna keep me from starting it. And if I start it up, the speedometer works, whatnot, then I'm gonna put it back on the ground, and I'm gonna go drive it around the block, and I'm gonna see if it fixed the problem, because I don't really see an issue with this. I'm just thinking a mouse or something got into here, chewed up some wiring. I may search through the wiring on top, the main harness that goes into the transmission that controls all the solenoids and stuff, and see if that will shows any indication of wires broke. And that'll keep me from pulling transmission instead of the transmission. So let me fix the wiring and get back with you. Alright, so now we're going to take the truck out on a test drive after fixing that other wire. It looked like another speed sensor wire. So we're going to take it out. Hopefully that fixed the issue with the speedometer. While I had it up in the air, I did have the wheels spinning. Everybody wants to be on YouTube. While I had it jacked up, I put it in gear. The speedometer was reading. So let's take it around the block. Let's see if it shifts out like it's supposed to. and hope that broken wire that I found will fix the shifting issues. So let's go. We have all gears, all over a stupid broken wire that I accidentally found while I was working on trying to remove this transmission from this truck. So I've been driving this thing around for a little bit now. Everything's been working like it's supposed to. It shifts in the gear like it's supposed to, downshift, does install, doesn't act like the torque converter is locked up on it. So I'm currently here at the gas station. We're gonna put some gas in it. I'm gonna start driving this thing to work and running around, make sure it's okay. So, you know, I'm excited that I got this thing fixed. Now, they didn't have to pull a transmission out of it. So that just tells you to double check things. If you got problems, look at the wiring, look at all the stupid simple things. I could have saved myself $400 if I just did that from the get-go. I thought I had it fixed from that one wire mess that I saw and I fixed. You know, I didn't check it all, so it ain't no big deal. I do have another one, so I got some good parts that I'm gonna put on this one out of the other one, and we're gonna haul that thing off to the scrap yard. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. I know there wasn't much in this video to really show or whatnot, but I'm just happy that I got it fixed. So leave a comment below. Give it thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever, you know. It just shows YouTube that you're interacting. And we'll catch you on the next video.